Hey girls, and welcome to a new episode of podcast. My name is Caterina Lunque Repeto, and here we listen to inspired stories from people in fashion. Today, I'm interviewing a really nice friend that I have. She's from Ecuador. Her name is Charlotte. I love this name. I think it's such a beautiful name. I'm gonna give to one of my kids, and my favorite character from Sex and the City, of course, is Charlotte. Charlotte, she studied fashion styling here in Magangoni, and now she's working as a stylist, and she also had some other experience like working at PR agency and things like that. She's gonna share everything with us. And yeah, hi Charlotte.
Hi, Kachi.
Welcome to my podcast.
Super nice place.
So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
You're from Ecuador, not Mexico.
Exactly.
Where from Ecuador you are, and how fashion came through you? How you knew you wanted to study fashion?
Okay, so I'm from Guayaquil. That's like the coast of my country, Ecuador. And I knew from a very young age that I wanted to like work in fashion, but didn't knew there were like different paths from fashion design, let's say. That's the only thing you think of when you say fashion, you know?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
fashion design, creating clothes. So then I started like doing my research and I found fashion business. So I was like, maybe this would be my path, but at the same time, I'm very bad with numbers and I hate math.
I know. I am the same.
So
I'm the
then
same.
I discovered in Marangoni fashion styling and creative direction, which is exactly what I like, what I studied, and what I actually work in.
Okay, and there's someone that like kind of inspired you in your family, or maybe like a famous person you like it when you were little.
I knew I wanted to come to Italy because my father is Italian, so I already had
Okay.
the Italian with me. So I knew it was gonna be like easier, like I felt attracted by the country. So that's what I think shaped me to follow like, Europe, like fashion.
Okay, nice, nice. That's amazing. I mean, I feel like then you found the one because also in Italy we have Polimoda or
Yes.
like
I almost enrolled to Polimoda.
almost, but they just have in
Almost.
Florence, right?
Yes. I've been a lot to Florence. One part of my family is from Florence, and I always felt it's a nice city but really small. And I
Yeah.
wanted, like huge in that time you think Milan is huge, then 6 years later Milan is super small.
But you are here 6 years.
Yeah, since 2020. I started Marangoni in 2020.
But you moved when you were
18.
18.
But newly 18.
Oh my God, like baby.
Yeah, like a baby. I came during COVID. Like my parents
Oh
couldn't
my
come
God.
because it was like prohibited.
So like 2020,
Yeah,
2021.
2020.
Oh my God.
2020, I came alone because at that period, no one could enter the European Union if you did not have like a specific motive. So I came alone to search for my apartment, to start university. It was like at that time for me it was fun, but now I
Yeah.
see it like, and it's crazy. Like I'm crazy. I don't know how my parents let me go,
Yeah, I feel like
alone.
yeah, like okay, yours was like such like different than me,
Yeah.
but also I moved when I was 18, and now I see myself like how I did that.
Exactly. And everyone feels the same. I think it just happens and you solve every problem day by day and everything works out at the end.
Exactly. And I think it's also nice. Like, I feel like when there's like older people talking with me, they always say like, "How old are you?" I'm like 22. Girl, I
What?
thought you were like 27 or
Yeah,
something.
happens to me a lot also.
Yeah. And for you, how was the experience then? Like, it was crazy then to move to Milan and everything, but to actually studied fashion styling by Angoni. How was it for you?
Since I started the career, at the beginning it was a little bit confusing because you always hear this name, you know, fashion styling and creative direction, but you don't understand what are you signing up for. So at the same time, me and my classmates were discovering what this career was about. And I really liked it. I loved all the topics we went through. So overall, I know it's not always with people. I really liked Marangoni. I always hear like
I love to ask
negative
that.
comments, but I really liked it. Of course, not everything's perfect. I would change a lot of things like organizations or like how they teach like each class. But overall, like I felt if I would go back in time, I would choose like the same path.
The same. That's amazing. I always like to ask this question because it's different for everyone. It's always nice to listen it. Like I also like it a lot, my experience, but I feel like if I knew before, I would choose in like something with communication before.
Yeah, because you did fashion design.
Exactly.
No,
I almost
so
died.
No, I would die.
And how was the projects for you? Like you guys had a lot of shootings and everything.
Yes. That was like mostly the last year we did a lot of shootings. That for me,
You did like a magazine, no?
Yes, that was our second year project, which I liked it but didn't love it because I'm not a fan of journalism, let's say. It was really focused on communication, actually. I enjoyed more my third year when we did productions, shootings, storytelling. That is what I'm passionate about, like creating a whole story without words. And that was what I hated about the magazines, using words.
Yes.
I love creating an image. Like, that's what I love, to transmit a story, a message without words, like just with the image.
That's so nice. And there's someone that you get inspiration by, like...
Actually, at that time, I would say teachers, that because I think with fashion, I don't know if with fashion design, there's not a person you can follow because it's more about like the idea, you know? So you get more inspired about the method than a person because everyone has like different ideas.
Exactly.
So for me was finding like this process to get my idea. So I would say teachers.
And the teachers were super nice. I feel like I connected more with the ones that I have now, and I think they always tell really interesting stuff. Yeah. But how was for you then graduating from Magangoni and then started working? Because for me, we needed to do like an internship.
Yeah, like mandatory. For us, no.
No, it wasn't.
No, because you were AFAM. That means you studied for 4 years. Us, we just did 3. And
I studied 3.
Also 3?
Yeah.
In our time, we just had like a certificate, which I knew from the beginning, and my parents were like, no, don't study that, you're not gonna have a diploma, you're not gonna find a job, whatever. But I knew in fashion that's not the most important thing.
Don't think even like I say like I study fashion design, people believe me.
Exactly. Like I don't
like
think,
they're not gonna ask me to show the diploma.
We're not studying medicine that you feel like, oh, the diploma is important, No. Like in fashion, I think it's more your creative side, your ideas, and how you connect with people.
Yes.
So for me, it never was a problem, this diploma. So we graduated. A lot of our friends discovered we didn't have a diploma.
They didn't know.
Yeah, for them it was a problem because if you wanted to enroll to, for example, a master's in the US or in France or in England, you actually needed like this diploma.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But from my perspective, like I knew, well, I don't know yet if I want to do a master's, but I knew like that's the path I want to do. I don't care if I have a diploma or not. Then we graduated very hard because as we didn't need an internship, no one helped you,
But anything like you couldn't even like, because I feel like when I did design, they said like, okay, I'm gonna help you with your CV and then applying simply.
Exactly.
Now
same.
I feel like they kind of do the same, but I see actually people having interview at school. I didn't know anyone from my bachelor's that got an
had
internship. It was just like me, Milena. That's it.
No, like for me, I did that, but it was really because of me pushing it, you know? And I did got an interview with Ferragamo, but like marketing team. And I was supposed to start in August. I don't know why, but like it felt like a dream at that time, but I turned it down.
You turned
because
it down.
I didn't want to be here in August, first. Second, I knew if I enrolled like with a brand marketing team, I know it would help me, like it would like give me, you know, like experience, whatever, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do styling and creating advertising.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I don't know if right now I feel like I took the right decision because, you know, working in corporate, it's super different than working creatively. So I turned it down. I came back to Milan in September.
So you went to Ecuador
Exactly.
for August.
I went to Ecuador like for a month, then came back and started looking for jobs. I thought it was going to be easy because I just turned down Ferragamo, you know. Dior's coming, Trendy's coming, everyone's coming, you know. I was like super chill. Then I came back, started applying.
Nothing.
2 months, nothing. 3 months, nothing. 4 months, nothing. At that point, I was like, I just started texting Ferragamo. Of course, my internship, whatever, was already taken by someone else.
But
I was
maybe
freaking
to
out.
the next one. I don't know.
I was fucking I was freaking out. I was desperate, so I took a job in a showroom. You know, hard experience. I think it's nice. You understand a lot how business-wise fashion works, but has nothing to do with what I want.
And nothing really creative.
No, but it was my only alternative. You know, I was going crazy. Like, I cannot find a job. a job. I did this for like 2 months. It ended. It was like campaña bendita, you know, like that
like
period.
I got
the sales periods before Fashion Week, whatever. Did that. I confirmed that I hated numbers, that I didn't want to do this. And then I found a job in a creative studio.
Okay.
Which was perfect and was exactly what I wanted to do. In this creative studio, we focus basically on brands creating their whole universe, visual universe, let's say. So from mood boards to clarifying their tone of voice, creating their personality.
Literally what you
basically.
like.
Exactly. Most of them were like rebrandings, other from scratch. So I really found like my place where I could use my creativity as I dreamed of, for example. So at that time it was hard, but I really like got my job. I worked there for 2 years.
Okay, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
2
of time.
years, almost 2 years and a half. And I learned that it's better to be a freelancer in that aspect. So I just quit my job like 3 weeks ago. And now I'm fully a freelancer.
Okay, it's really like now.
Yeah. It's like big news. I quit my job because I feel like my ideas that I was giving to them, they were good, and I feel like I can do it on my own.
One of my friends, she say the same thing, but she's like an architect.
Yeah.
And now she's like, I'm just gonna do my own thing.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, I'm giving all my ideas.
Exactly.
Like, what's the sense of it?
Like, I learned a lot. I love the people there. Like, I have a really good relationship. They teach me a lot. But, at some point in life, you feel like, okay, I'm not progressing anymore. I already learned everything I needed to. I think it's better to, like, now look for a bigger step. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
That's nice. Yeah, I saw that you did something with Harper's Bazaar. And I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
You did the styling.
Exactly. So I basically, this opportunity appeared. I took it. And for me, that was like my, how do I say, señal? Like my...
Goal?
No, not my goal. Was like my, I forgot the name in English. Like the sign to leave the other job.
Okay, I got it.
Okay,
yes.
For me, it was the sign. Because, I couldn't leave my job to go and shoot for 3 weeks.
No, I always say, like, God, just give me a sign what I should do.
So that was my sign to be like, okay, I'm done with this. I went to Ecuador. I did the cover. It was my first cover. It was amazing. I learned a lot. Also knew a lot of people, which is the most important thing in fashion. Did the shooting, came back, and started focusing on content. So basically what I'm doing right now is using like my creativity to do these campaigns. Okay, no one is hiring me yet, but I'm doing them like for me.
Yeah, you
and
did an amazing one
exactly,
with Moschino, no?
exactly. So I'm putting like myself out there, putting my creativity out there, and now like I'm starting to make deals like with brands to give them like creative direction. So that's the direction I'm taking right now.
Ah, that's really nice, and I
Yeah.
feel you're really creative. Like later, I'm gonna say the Instagram of Charlotte here,
Yes, please.
and you can also check. But that's why I was like, oh my god, I think Charlotte, she has really nice things to say, and also has been creating a lot now,
Thank you.
and it's nice. But you also like have like a group, not like a personal shopper vibe.
Yes, that's like the other thing. The thing with fashion, I think you can focus on different things at the same time.
A lot. You can
It's
do a
not
lot.
like medicine, you are a gynecologist, you just do that. No, here you can be anything. So I'm a stylist. I do like personal styling or advertising styling. I am creative director in the sense of leading a brand, like to creating their visual universe, their image. And I'm also really focused on shopping. I love shopping. So for me, it was like, okay, I can create something out of this. So I started this series where I showed people how to get into sample sales, basically. That's a really common thing here in Milan, to get in sample
I
sales.
feel also in all of Europe.
Exactly.
I think Brazil,
super common.
like South America, is not that
No,
vibe.
exactly. That's why people, like this personal shopping career, it's more focused on South America because they don't know about these things. And yeah, it's like a hack we use here, to get really discounted designer pieces. And for them, it's super interesting. So basically, I search when I have a sample sale, I'll buy from people and deliver them in South America, basically. So yeah, it's super fun.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's super fun. It's super nice. And
I think it's also like a hobby, like
It's a hobby.
something else to do that you're
Exactly.
not be doing the same all
exactly,
the
like
time.
it's the same thing I was doing for me. Now I'm doing it for other people, and it's super fun.
Okay.
Favorite hobby ever, buy stuff, go shopping.
Yeah, what is best than that? But then for you can see maybe yourself going back to Ecuador,
That's a
you want to
really
stay
good question.
here, or maybe I don't know, change it, go to Paris.
Yeah. So before, when I came like to start Marangoni, I was like, I'm never coming back.
I think
When
everyone.
Yeah, when I left my house, I was acting like my house was gonna get burned and I needed to get everything out, like even everything, like even a hair clip. I needed to get everything out of my house, and I did that. And then like I was super confused, but why? Because I think Brazil, it's steps ahead
Of
from
what?
us, like in fashion.
Ah, yes, of
you
course.
have Brazil, you have a lot of stuff. Like Brazil, it's super important in fashion. Also, you have Colombia, now Mexico. But Ecuador, it's a really small country in South America, not focused on fashion at all. So for me, it was like, I'm never coming back. I want to work in fashion. And here, it's impossible.
But like we have this thing in Brazil. I don't know how can I really translate it, but I feel like most of these countries from South America, we can have really nice stuff, really nice brands, but we always gonna feel like, I prefer the European.
Exactly.
I like, like your eyes always like, shine when you see something.
The big brands.
Yeah, outside, not just to be outside of your country, like being Europe or US,
Yeah, I think in our culture, we really appreciate everything that comes from outside and not what we produce.
Exactly.
So for me, that was my perspective of my country. Then years later, when I graduated, I got more mature. I was like, okay, there's not an industry. I'm fighting here in Milan with a huge industry. Everyone works here, like you are now one in this city.
Exactly.
And then my perspective changed completely. I was like, okay, there's nothing there. I don't need to wait for it to be there. Maybe I can be the one that builds it.
Exactly, I can change that.
Exactly. So I started focusing on doing like editorials in my city. It was actually the first editorial ever done,
Oh my God.
but really related to my culture, which, first thing, it's not known. Second, it was never mixed with fashion, because also that, well, right now Harper's Bazaar came to Ecuador. They're starting something. It's hard because, as I told you, the industry is not built. I think they're doing a great job. Like, they're impulsing our culture, but still, Harper's Bazaar, it's really commercial. It's not like editorial or like
Yes,
independent.
exactly.
So they follow a really safe line. And what I'm trying to do is to mix this. Well, I don't know if you saw it, but I did an editorial in the center of my city, like the most dangerous parts of the city, using like what for us it's like culture, like food, like ways of walking, like everything, but in high fashion. So it was amazing. It had like a really huge impact on social media. And now I see more people doing it. That's another topic. Like, when people start copying you, like you get mad, whatever. I'm already over it. Like, I'm happy that I see people
But you
trying
need to
do
think
that.
you are the first one.
Like, I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm the first one.
No, but you kind of started that and
Exactly.
make people inspired.
Exactly.
You know.
Like, I don't know if maybe someone did it before and probably didn't record it. I cannot claim I am the first, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I'm contributing in developing this industry. And yeah, every time I go, I do a lot of like TikTok content of how to dress in the city, because for us, it's a hot, like we have very high temperatures. So, it's hard to dress up nice in high temperatures. So I started also like this format on how to dress up cool in this hot weather, And now I see a lot of people doing it. And I'm not mad at it. I'm happy because, like,
You started
it starts like that. Like, people wanted something, people creating this, like, fashion system that does not exist. I don't know if it's gonna exist, like, from here in 10 years. I don't know. But what I know right now is that I want to be part of that. Like, not blocking that door and being like, I'm not coming back here because there's not the industry, I think we need to push the industry.
No,
So,
I feel you the same. Like, I moved. I was like, I'm never gonna look back.
Yeah,
like,
no.
fuck you all.
Yeah.
Like, and like now, like I'm like, like I want to try to change
Create,
that, and be part of it.
Exactly, be part of that. Like, for you, I think Brazil, it's on another level. But yeah, at the end, it's like our country. I think it's like something it's part of you.
Yes.
So I think
exactly.
also like your work, your creative work, Brazil, it's always there. So it's great also to give some to Brazil.
Exactly. And like one good thing is like, okay, Brazil is huge, Ecuador also, but like people knows us there, so it's
Exactly.
like I
You
think
have
we
more
can
impact.
create. We have more impact, and you
Exactly.
can create like like something that maybe a lot more people can see it.
100%.
And I think that's amazing. Like, but let's see if we can change that.
Yeah, let's hope. So yeah, for your question, I would say not coming back from that's what you think, then life, you never know. But for me, for the next 5 years, I would say stay here, maybe go back and forward what I've been doing. And maybe in 5 years, I would say like definitely go back. Like, I don't see myself here, like raising my kids in Europe.
Yeah.
No, like for me, it would be like South America, I don't know where, or like Mexico. My boyfriend is Mexican, I don't know. So like, we'll see, but I would say 100% Latin America, like for the future.
Yeah, I agree with you. And like, okay, I think maybe you are also like starting this question, and I'm gonna ask you, but like, what's like your dream job? Like, if you like, I don't know, like work for someone or like style like a celebrity, like What is for your dream job?
For me, I knew it like since the beginning, and I haven't changed my mind. Like my dream job is to have a creative studio where I can do branding, where I can do advertising, where I can do styling, basically everything that moves around the brand that's not words. So like the visual universe of a
Yes.
brand. That's my
Like
dream.
you can already see an image and understand
Exactly.
what
Like you can
you're
tell me,
saying.
hey, I have this brand. I know exactly how to communicate that without words, like with images, like visually. That's my dream. And that's what I'm starting like to do, like also I'm learning a lot. I don't feel like I have all my experience yet. That's why I see myself here in 5 years still, because I need to learn
Yes.
a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's my dream job, like fashion
that's so
consultancy,
nice.
basically.
And now coming to the end, if you would like say a tip for someone that would like to come here and maybe study stylist or something like similar as you, what do you say?
I would say, first of all, well, I do think the university is important, but most importantly, it's to find your own method to find an idea. Because for me, like everything comes out behind an idea, and I think everyone has their own methods. Like for me, what I do a lot, it's magazines. I just look at magazines and I get inspired by everything, by a shape of a shoe, by a color. Like I can already imagine a whole story. So for me, it's to really train your creativity and really believing in your idea, because no idea is bad. But
Okay, you need to know how to sell it.
exactly, you need to how to sell it and how to transform it in reality, because it doesn't matter if you have a very good idea and no one understands your idea. I think that's like the hard part of being a stylist or a creative, really
I
being
agree.
able to translate that idea
That's so
in
nice.
form.
Yes. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and I'm gonna put down also the Instagram that I said on Charlotte, so you can check everything that she's doing. If you also have any doubt, you can ask
You
her.
can DM me. Yes, very open to that.
And maybe participate in the personal shopping
Yes,
group.
be part of the shopping channel.
And yes, see you in the next episode of podcast.
Bye.